Hey, what's going on guys? Destia here with an update for the end of week 10. I know this video is a bit late, it's on a Tuesday instead of Sunday, and that's because I got some other stuff going on, but mainly because I was busy watching EVO and getting hyped about that. This update should go pretty quick though, not too much to talk about, so let's just go ahead and get started. First up, I have some unfortunate news about my hitbox. About halfway through the week, I started having problems with it. My computer was not recognizing the stick when I got plugged in, or it would bounce between recognizing it and then disconnecting it and connecting it and disconnecting it. And so long story short, the USB cable needs to be replaced, but for some reason it was soldered on, so I need a specific replacement cable instead of just a regular one that I could detach and plug in. And I need one that's an appropriate length, so I can't find anything online. I had to contact Hitbox directly, and I'm waiting on them to send me a replacement so that I can get things working again. But I have no idea how long that's going to take. I'm hoping that in the worst case scenario it would be at max 2 weeks, hopefully sooner than that for sure though. For the future, I think building a hitbox myself would be the way to go though, so I can make sure to avoid design issues like that. So thanks to my bad luck, the series is getting put on hold yet again, but hopefully the delay won't be too long. The next thing I want to talk about is character selection. Before I get started, I do want to make a quick disclaimer. I still really like Colleen and I'm going to continue focusing on her. I'm very satisfied with the progress that I'm making, and in no way is this discussion related to feeling like I want to start again and I've plateaued or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. So with that out of the way, let's talk characters. It's going to sound funny coming from me because I played Mika and now I play Colleen, but when it comes to characters, I've only ever really cared about some of the heavy hitters or the unusual looking ones. In terms of animations, I love the big chunky hits like Guile's spinning back fist crush counter, or his flash kicks, or Abigail's 2-punch attack, like the one where he spins around or something and he says crush you. I think he says that. But in terms of visual design, I love some of the weirder ones like Blanca and Fang, but by far my favorite character design out of all the characters that I've ever seen in Street Fighter has to be Q from Third Strike. When I was first picking a character, I wanted something close range, so Guile wasn't going to work, and ended up with Mika since her Rainbow Typhoons felt super amazing to get off. And then, as I said before, I didn't like how momentum based she was, and I wanted someone with the same close range control, but that also had a stronger neutral game, and I ended up with Colleen. And while Colleen is great gameplay wise, I felt pretty neutral about her in terms of visual design. It's not bad by any means. I love her throw animations, I love her crouching medium kick, her standing heavy punch, standing heavy kick, but I've never cared much for the like the quote-unquote waifu characters, so she's kind of a compromise between gameplay and visuals. You can probably tell where this is going by now. So EVO trailers come out and G is nearly perfect visually. He has so many of Q's animations, a Q story costume, he does speeches, he has a shield that looks like the earth, he's wacky, it fits me like a glove. On the other hand, I have no idea what his playstyle really is. He's only been out for a day or so, so people are still going to figure him out, but I hope he can be played more defensively and patient, because that's my thing. Essentially, I'm at this weird crossroads where Colleen has a lot of the gameplay that I want, but G has a lot of the visuals that I want. So moving forward, I've decided I'm going to start working with them both. I'm sticking with Colleen to at least Platinum first, and by then lots of resources should have been created for G that I can pick up on, and I'll take him up to Plat next. If G ends up being just as awesome gameplay-wise as he is visually, then I would make him my main and Colleen would become my secondary. Otherwise, I would continue on with Colleen and then G would become my secondary. I'm really hoping that they can mesh well in terms of matchups. G seems to be pretty anti-fireball with his V-skill and his kick which goes over fireballs, so I'm hoping that Colleen can cover the weaknesses of G just like he covers hers. Whatever G's weaknesses are, you know, those are to be determined. It really sucks that my controller is having issues at this specific time, really bad luck, but once I get things sorted out, we are going to go hard all the way up to Plat. I don't think I'm going to make another update until I do get those things fixed though, so I will see you guys then.